Recover the data, or else.
So of course, I'm the new guy and I get bombarded with this. Recover the data from a laptop that's been broken in half. The CEO wants it and wants it now, and my boss just kind of smirked. What am I gonna do? Well, I'm going to check out Stella Data Recovery. Stella not only recovers data, a lot of it can do it already, but Stella can also recover with a BitLocker key or BitLocker encrypted drive. Not many can do that as it is, so that's pretty awesome. So let's check it out real quick. So he said he only wanted a document, but I'm going to go ahead and select all data because you know they were going to ask for it later anyway, right? And what are we going to recover from? So we'll click here. I'm going to recover from this drive here that has the little lock, letting us know that it's BitLocker enabled. So we'll select here. And because this is incredibly important, I'm going to go ahead and enter in my key that I purchased. So 1 second. I'm going to hit scan here. Now, since it is BitLocker encrypted, this isn't going to break the encryption. If it could, then BitLocker would be useless, right? This is incredibly sensitive data, so it needs to have that key because that's one of the things the ex-IT guy did correctly. So thankfully, we captured all the keys as we encrypted them. So we enter it here and we'll click OK. Wow. It immediately starts finding data. And a ton of it. So I'm going to select it here. So the bigger your drive is and the more data you have, the longer this is going to take. And of course, depending on how messed up that drive is, there is a chance you may not be able to recover data and you may not be able to recover it all, but Stellar is going to do its hardest to try. So let's keep checking it out. Let's see how good this is. Huge thanks to Stellar for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to the video. While that's scanning, we can see here the different pricing plans. Now, I went with the standard edition because it's $60 first off. Second, that's annually, not monthly, which would be crazy, but some software makes you do that. But then they have the lifetime plan. For less than the price of 2 years, you get the standard edition. And of course, you can always go to the higher versions, but let's see where this goes. And I don't recognize any of these folders, so let's go to here and let's go to documents. He said it was a document. It's a docx. Let's see. Ooh, I'm gonna recover all of them. And he told me not to look at any of the information, but I might want to look at that one. Anyway, videos, let's see. Whoa. Well, some of them say ASUS. Let's go ahead and recover all of them. In order to select them all, you have to just put a check over here. And again, I'm just going for important stuff. And I could recover it all, but that could take a long time. I want to get him what he wants right now. I'll come back to the rest later. Oh, and it's actually going classic list. Oh, look at that. Rather than selecting documents, we can come under here and then we can go into actual directory names and everything. It can also recover deleted files as well. So regardless, well, we're coming under here because we already know what we want. Now we just need to let it finish scanning details. It's at phase 3 of 5, scanning for files and folders, and it's reading all of those sectors. Now for my scenario, I'm looking for documents for a failed machine. It could be worse. It could be your files, maybe stuff that you've deleted over time, or maybe files that you've lost. This will recover anything and everything, even stuff that you've deleted years ago. As long as you have that drive, there is a chance it'll be able to recover it. But scanning completed successfully. This is everything it's found. Not that it's recovered, but everything it's found. Nice, that's a ton of data. And I don't know that I want to recover it all. My boss said he only wanted the documents. I'm gonna go a little further because, you know, bosses, they want this now, but maybe later they want a little bit more. And we can always rescan the drive later. I'll keep this drive just in case, but we can also do a deep scan later on. That's not just for these files. You can recover stuff that might be deleted a year ago, 2 years ago. As long as it's that same drive, there is a good chance you could recover a lot. It's cool. Here they show you like it would be a regular Windows directory. But if you know what the file name is or the file type, aside from going through here, we would go to file list and then it's a document. So let's go ahead and uncheck all of this. We don't want to recover everything. So uncheck this. We'll go under document and it's a docx. So we go here and this is the one he wanted. It's interesting. He said not to look at it, but you know I'm gonna. And just in case, and let's see, videos. His camera records MP4. So we're going to select that And that's probably where the biggest files are going to be. Yep. Ooh, that's a lot of data. And maybe we won't recover that. And then let's see, photos. Now I'm just being nosy. Badge logo. Okay, so got some good stuff here. He hasn't asked for it, but I'm going to go ahead. Marked 167 gigs and 404 files in 5 folders. So now we just need to make sure that we have 167 gigs free on a drive on our machine. So just bringing that over. Okay, so my D drive has 1.51 terabytes free. You don't ever want to recover to the same drive that you're recovering from, because then you could potentially overwrite files that you're trying to recover. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm going to select a new folder. I'm gonna call it recovery. So now I'll come back over here. Let's click recover and now go to browse. That folder that we just created, perfect. And now I'm going to click save. So now it's recovering everything from that M.2 drive, or it could be a regular SSD or a hard drive, to that directory that we just mentioned. This might take a minute. And of course, it's going to depend on the speed of your drive, and also if you have it on your USB 1.1, USB 2.0, 3, 4, whatever connection you may have. So that's going to depend on a lot of things. Look at that. If it finds copies of the same file, it'll go ahead and tell you. So we're gonna go ahead and let's rename them all. Now what I'm showing you is the paid version. There is a free version, but it's only going to let you recover up to 1 gig, which might be exactly all you need. But if you need more, you will need to go with the paid version. And as you saw, the paid version is actually not too expensive. So that took a little over 2 hours, but that's not Stellar's fault, but it kind of is because of how much it finds. It finds just about everything. The speed is actually because of my system and all the hardware and everything. So let's keep looking. Data saved successfully at selected destination. So we'll click OK here, and let's go ahead and open this up, and we have root. Look at that, even the directories, video, MP4. And these are all the videos in that directory. All right, that's my outro, but yeah, these are all my videos, perfect. And then documents. Now, wait a minute. Why did he have my videos? Anyway, so under docx, here are all the documents we recovered. Now, the one I'm curious about is, these are just all the people that work for us. And I guess it's a good thing I found this. So we can see Stellar's awesome. It brought back over 100 gigs of deleted files. There was an issue with that drive, but we were able to recover it. Now, mind you, if there were more issues or maybe files that were deleted a long time ago, we might have to do a deeper search, but that takes hours. Mind you, this took 2 hours. It was 10 minutes of discovering and then 2 hours of recovery. Deeper scan, it'll take hours maybe to scan for those files, and then maybe even longer. This wasn't my first time using Stellar. I used Stellar a few years ago and I found it to be awesome. And now that they've updated over so long, it still continues to be one of the best data recovery software to date. And then now you can do encryption as well. That's pretty awesome. I think Stellar's doing an amazing job. Now with that, if you're curious on how to install a secondary drive so that you can transfer all this data over, you're going to want to check out this video here, and right below that is always going to be my latest video.